Have you ever wondered how far a dog will go to protect? In today's video, we bring you real, unfiltered encounters, showing Dobermans in fierce confrontations with coyotes, snakes, and more. Whether defending home or owner, these dogs stand their ground, and the wildlife pays a heavy price. Stick around for an intense journey into instinct, training, and loyalty tested. So, let's get started. Number 11. Hero Doberman saves owner from snake. A homeowner was walking in his compound when suddenly a snake slithered across the path. He was so scared to the core and could not move. Lucky for him, his brave Doberman came swiftly to save the situation. Look how sharp this breed can get. By just a simple call, the Doberman responded with speed. Charging in like a warrior, the dog flings the snake through the air as if it were nothing more than a chew toy, saving the day. The dog didn't just neutralize the threat, it owned the moment. And yes, after that, it absolutely earned a feast. That split second of bravery reminds us just how instinctive and loyal these dogs are. Well, if you fear snakes, maybe it's time to own a Doberman. Number 10. Snake versus Doberman. Forget about the Doberman that flings a snake in the air. Here is another encounter where the snake had to pay a heavy price for simply slithering into the backyard. As soon as a huge snake appears in the backyard, two Dobermans turn into fierce protectors. They coordinate so seamlessly that the snake is left with no chance to escape. Immediately, the snake struck at one dog. The other moved in from the side, fast and brutal. Its jaws clamped down hard, and with a series of violent shakes, the snake lost all control. It was overwhelmed before it even understood what was happening. Their teamwork was precise and relentless. Even after the snake was immobilized, they didn't stop. They kept attacking, instinctively ensuring there would be no second chance for the reptile. Number 9. Lone Doberman versus Coyote in open field. Snakes aren't the only challenge to Doberman. Wild predators like coyote equally test boundaries. In this footage, a bystander captured a quiet standoff in an open field. A coyote froze the moment it spotted a lone Doberman. The wild animal's body language showed hesitation, nervous energy. It knew this wasn't an ordinary house pet. The Doberman stood tall, its confidence alone sending a warning. The tension grew as both locked eyes, but it was the Doberman's confidence that tipped the balance. When the Doberman took just one step forward, that was enough. The coyote broke and ran, and the chase was on. The Doberman chases the coyote out of sight. But in the end, the message was already clear. This dog doesn't bluff. Number 8. Doberman against 5 coyotes. Now imagine being outnumbered. One dog against 5 predators. That's what happened in this rare footage where a single Doberman was surrounded by 5 coyotes, all circling, claws ready. You might think the Doberman would panic, but hell no. This dog is calm, agile, trained. Guided by its owner, the Doberman stayed calm. It read the group, watched their movements. Every time the coyotes tried to close in, it responded with agility, timing, and fierce counters. Eventually, worn down and frustrated, the coyotes gave up and scattered. They weren't prepared for a fight that smart or that relentless. The Doberman won not with brute force, but with discipline, training, and focus. Number 7. Coyote versus innocent dog. This innocent dog by the name Guinevere was minding its business, trying to quench its thirst in a pool of water in a field. But look what this stupid coyote just did. It slowly sneaks up behind the dog and touches its tail with the mouth, probably trying to disturb the dog. But this did not sit well with the dog. In a flip second, it just realized it messed up with the wrong one. The dog turns back and starts to chase the coyote across the field while barking furiously. Seeing that the coyote is escaping, it turns back to continue with its business. But the coyote is not ready to give up. It returns and continues to bark at the dog, probably to get its attention. However, the dog is so busy for this shenanigans, and the coyote is left barking aimlessly. Number 6. Mountain lion attack Doberman. This CCTV footage captured in a suburb homestead shows one Doberman squaring off with something far more dangerous than a coyote, a mountain lion. Drawn by barking, the big cat decided to invade this home and launch an attack. The Doberman stood its ground. A blur of claws and muscle, the mountain lion tried to overpower the dog, but the Doberman refused to quit. Even as it was pinned, it fought back with everything it had, turning the scene into a bloody battlefield. Realizing the dog is not ready to give in right on time, the mountain lion lets the Doberman free and flees the area before the homeowner could get a hand on it. For the record, the dog survived the attack, and it's treated for the wounds. Number 5. Leopard versus pet Labrador. Not far from that, a leopard invaded a home in the outside of the Sunrise Valley apartment complex in Mount Abu, Rajasthan, ready for the kill. It targeted adorable black Labrador retriever, known as Rocky, believing its speed and size would end things quickly. But that turned out to be a messy battle that took longer than expected. Despite the ferocious attack, Rocky fought back hard, kicking at the leopard and biting down its neck. But the leopard could not let go. Seconds before it could have been too late, the dog's owner arrived, forcing the leopard to flee. Rocky stood up and chased the leopard away before turning back to the owner. The dog survived the battle, but with few bruises here and there. The intervention came just in time, but the real hero of that moment was the dog who refused to surrender. Number 4. 2 pit bulls attack a fox. A reckless fox once broke into a livestock pen. It was looking for an easy meal, a chicken, maybe. The deal looked sweet, and in fact, it had managed to grab one chicken when suddenly, the worst happened. 2 pit bulls, watching from a side, muscular and alert, bounced into action. They didn't bark, they didn't posture, they struck. And in that moment, the hunter became the hunted. The fox had nowhere to run. The beating it took was swift and unforgiving. That invasion ended in total failure. No escape, no counterattack, just punishment.
Close, Molly. Forward, Loki, up.
Number 3. Kangal versus wolf. In another related incident, this stupid wolf invaded a livestock pen and stole one sheep. Excited with its easy catch, the wolf took the sheep by its jaw and was ready to escape into the wilderness and turn it into an evening meal. But unknown to this wolf, the livestock pen was under a strict guard by a fearless and powerful Kangal dog. As the wolf jumps out with its catch held tight by the jaws, it is shocked to bump right into the Kangal. And even though the Kangal dog was chained, it managed to capture the wolf with force and fury, overwhelming it instantly and rescuing the sheep in the process. The fight was short, but brutal and unforgettable. Number 2. Dog confronts coyote. This coyote invaded a home in downtown Stephenville, Ohio, and found itself in this yard. But little did it expect an encounter with a ferocious domesticated dog. Look how the dog cornered the coyote, leaving it frozen. No motion, just a simple stare in fear of what was to come next. Was it not for the homeowner's quick intervention, the dog was nearly chewing this coyote alive. Thankfully, the animal control unit responded quickly and saved the freezing coyote. Funny enough, the coyote was not even willing to be rescued. Eventually, the coyote was freed into the wild in a nearby state forest. But again, it had learned a brute lesson never again to invade people's property. Number 1. Insane stare down. Sometimes not every encounter results in a battle. This one is a different kind of standoff. No wild animal this time, just two powerful dogs on opposite sides, a Doberman and a pit bull, both facing each other in what appears to be a stare of dominance. See, this pit bull took notice of a Doberman stalking it. Not the kind to back down, the pit bull decided to wait and encounter its enemy face on. But as the ferocious Doberman kept getting closer with calculated moves, the pit bull realized this is going to be a tough one. And in a split second, the pit bull scampered for its life. But it wasn't long before the Doberman could catch up with the pit bull. Lucky enough the owners were around and cooled down the Doberman. So that's it for today, guys. And as you've seen, these dogs, whether Dobermans, pit bulls, or Kangals, are more than pets. They're warriors, protectors, relentless, fearless, and always alert against snakes, coyotes, leopards, mountain lions, even wolves. They don't flinch, because to them, protecting their home and their people isn't just instinct, it's duty. Which moment stuck with you most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content like this. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe out there.